मेरे पास आओ मेरे दोस्तों एक किस्सा सुनाओ. Most stories begin with the hero, but this one begins with the villain. Because behind every successful villain there is a story. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there lived an evil Rakshas. His name was COVID, but people called him Corona. When and where was he born? कहाँ से आया कोरोना हो, यहाँ से या वहाँ से हो. Nobody knew for sure, but legend has it that he was born in a far-off land bounded by great walls all around it. The Corona Rakshas, though tiny and almost invisible, was evil. He killed thousands of people in his country, and finally they got so tired of him that they caught him and banished him far beyond the great walls of their country. The ambitious pest that he was, the Rakshas wanted to rule over the whole wide world. With the help of his ever-increasing army, he marched forth in search of new horizons to conquer. Some countries, not aware of his evil powers, welcomed him with hugs and kisses, pizza and pasta. Some other countries hardly bothered about the little fellow and went about tweeting and fighting over toilet paper. As he progressed with his army, the Rakshas left death and destruction wherever he went. People closed their doors, covered their faces and hid inside their homes. बाहर से कोई अंदर ना आ सके, अंदर से कोई बाहर ना जा सके. आगे कोई चीखने वाला हो, बाबा मुझे डर लगता है. पीछे कोई खांसने वाला हो, क्यों डरा रहे हो? हम तुम इस मकान में बंद हैं और बाहर राक्षस. The Rakshas was unstoppable. He was invincible. With his army, he was all-powerful. His call to his people, let's go viral. And their war slogan, खुल्लम खुल्ला वार करेंगे हम और तुम, इस दुनिया पे राज करेंगे हम और तुम. Corona Rakshas खुश हुआ. He was now the emperor of the whole world. The whole world? Wait a minute. There was one country which was immune to his evil powers. The people of this country were really strange. When he launched his most deadly attack on them, they simply stood around and clapped, lit lamps and firecrackers, and showered rose petals. The Rakshas was furious. Did they think he was some chief guest at a local housing society annual day? Didn't they know just who he was and how deadly he was? That just a huff and a puff from him could blow the country down? Ata Maji Satakli, he yelled in a rage, and prepared to launch a major attack on the country. Now, the ruler of this country was a crafty old man. He came up with a devious counterattack with the help of his trusted ministers. Early one morning, they marched to the lake near the palace. With a long rope made up of all the money from the royal treasury, they began to churn the lake. They churned and churned and churned. And what do you think happened? A beautiful damsel, Mohini, emerged from the middle of the lake, bearing 2 pots in her chittiya kalaiya way. The pots were filled to the brim with the holy nectar, the elixir, the magic potion of strength and immortality. It came in 2 flavors, desi and foreign. As the people of the country rushed out of their homes chanting Mohini, 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 the beautiful damsel stepped onto the banks of the lake and asked, Kitne aadmi hai? The Minister for Population Control went around counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and he verified their Aadhaar cards. The people stood in long lines which stretched from one end of the country to the other. And Mohini went down the long line of people and tipped a couple of pegs of the nectar down their thirsty throats. And hey presto! Before they could even burp, the people became strong and powerful. With their newfound powers, they rushed at the Rakshas and gave him one mighty blow on his head. The Rakshas fell down and broke his crown, and his army came tumbling after. And that was the end of the Corona Rakshas's power. Did he die? Not really, but he is spending the rest of his days in a laboratory writing his autobiography, Ek Tha Villain. Who knows when Bollywood might come knocking? And oh, I forgot to tell you, everyone lived happily ever after.